Oh, shit. Damn it. Oh, good start. Forgot to turn the lights on. Oh, there we go. Bright light. That's going to mess things up a little bit. That is really bright. Why is that so bright, man? Well, it's like moved right across into my face. There we go. Hello, Mike. Mike Young has joined us. Yes, I was waiting for the song to end. I can't end the Doctor Who theme. Mid Doctor Who theme. So I was waiting for it to end. Okay, so just a couple of things before I begin. First off, I haven't actually tested how the streaming software and the game are going to perform in relation to each other. So there may be some messing about with settings if it doesn't go well. Like if we start losing frames because of graphical burdens, you know, because that's the danger of streaming from with one PC and using the streaming software and the game on the same PC. There can be a clash. So I apologise for that. In regards to EVE Online, I used to play it a lot. I think I played it from about 2007 up until 2011, maybe even earlier. I don't know. I'd have to check one of my characters to see when it was born, but I did play it for quite a few years. When I got with Sue, I sort of stopped playing it after a while, so I haven't really played it for about 8 years. So I know a lot has changed. I know there's a free-to-play model, which I'll probably just be starting with to begin with, because I don't, you know, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to play it, so we might as well just play the free-to-play model to begin with now. There is a way of using in-game currency to purchase what they call game time, so on a monthly basis. But that costs something like 1.8 billion in-game currency, or ISK, to purchase 1 month of game time, 30 days. A 30-day Plex costs about 1.8 billion. So ultimately, it would be great if I could earn 1.8 billion profit minimum a month eventually, and then buy in-game time without having to pay for it, because it's currently like £9.99 a month, and it's not something I can afford at the moment. Not for a while, anyway. But anyway, so there we go. Right, so I'm starting fresh. I could log into my old characters, but I've probably got too much to lose by going in there and using them with a lack of 8 years of knowledge of what's gone in the game, and I don't remember the game mechanics. So I thought what I'd do is start off with a new character, and that way I can go through the tutorial and everything and re-familiarize myself with how the game mechanics work. I'm pretty certain I remember a lot of it, but I don't. There's definitely a lot of it I will not remember on how to do. So yeah, and there'll be certainly a lot of probably things that have changed. So probably things like probing has changed and all that. So that's possibly it. So in the past, I've been a Galante, I've been Caldari. I've never really been a Minmatar character or an Amarian character. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, because the skill sets allow you to basically learn to fly any ship. Well, it used to be that way. So I could be an Amar flying Caldari, which is probably what I'm leaning towards. I like the Caldari ships. So I like missiles over things, and if I remember correctly, the Caldari used missiles quite a bit. So I'm leaning towards that. So I think this time around we might actually choose Amar, since I've never ever really chosen an Amar character before. Corvette Imperia, the Bestower, the Magnate. I think I remember going up against a Magnate once. It was like tanked something chronic. It was like could not defeat it. It was just tanked. Frigate Crucifier. So scouting and exploration. Ugh. Alright, let's listen this with Amar. Confirm, navigate. The Empires have more. Okay. And then I think we have to like choose a bloodline after that. So what have we got? True Amarians are proud and I don't even know what that word is. Supercilious. 8th century tradition is that they are considered arrogant and tyrannical by most of us. Culture and technology, and who we got over here? See, I haven't really decided what I've decided I'm going to create a female character, by the way, and you know, Let's go arrogant and tyrannical. Nothing wrong with a bit of arrogance in small doses. I wonder if the character creation tool has changed much. Just keeping an eye on the frame rate, make sure that we're not getting anything dropped. Oh yeah, she's just perfect the way she is, isn't she? Alright. Hair. Styles. The old Princess Leia look. Okay. I might go with that. I don't know. I never really understood why it really matters, because you don't get to walk around in the space stations. Go for a redhead, do you reckon? Like a redhead. What colour eyes should we go for? To make her look. I always tend to go for green eyes, but I'm sort of thinking, you know, why always creating women? Because I need something pretty to look at. I'll be honest, I need something pretty to look at. There we go. Eyes. What sort of eyes? What sort of shape? Ooh, makes it look like Data. Just makes it look sad. Make it look blind. Okay, we'll go with that one. Complexion. Aging. Is that supposed to make her look young? Not sure it made her look young. There's too many freckles. Wow. You know, if you're redhead, you've got to have freckles, really, don't you? Scarring. Shape. Not too muscular. See, let's have a look at the extremes. Complexion. again, she's sort of a redhead, so redheads are traditionally pale as well. And bottom lips too. I don't like the freckles. The freckles are actually annoying me a little bit. So I might take the freckles off. Hey David. Hey Mikiro. Amy Adams freckles. I thought we might have been able to sort of there's sort of like a little bit too many. What hair did I decide on? I decided on 10. God. Not that it matters, but you know I'm going to have to. Oh, why is it such a... why is this always like... why does this always make you giggle? Oh boy. Such a I'm definitely what such a child. Definitely such a child I am. Okay. Makeup. I don't really do lipstick, but anyway. Yeah, you can tell Sue doesn't let me dress her. I gotta have a bit of a gloss. Okay. Eyeshadow. I don't know. Can't really see it. No. Is that my PC kicking into overload? Of course, it's always the close. I like the jacket. No. Ooh, what the hell is that? What's tucking? Oh, there we go. It's like a female Han Solo. Feet. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Right, okay. I think that'll do. What do you reckon? Wait, did we do eyeliner? No problem. Oh, look at that nose. Oof. Can't have that. Okay. Still not sure about the freckles though. I don't see who he is. See, I'm still not sure. Too old. A bit of scarring instead of freckles. Sorry. Hey Alex, how you doing? Is Takara alive? I wish I'd known. Yeah, all you ever see is the face. Pretty much. Right, anyway, okay. Next. If I could sit there all day trying to perfect it. Oh, that's right. You got backgrounds and whatnot. Because this is for your in-game portrait. I'd like something that... Funky ones. It's a bit contrasty. There we go. This looks good. Something that gives a bit of contrast. No, I think I might lean towards... Makes it stand out. Poses. is there? Lights. You can. Tilt the head, I didn't realise. God, I wish you'd smile. Yeah. No. It's okay. Can we undo that? Jesus. Oh, that makes it look old. God. Intensity. What's this? Oh, these are lights intensity. This looks like an exercise scene. It's got a bit of light, I don't know. You don't know. I don't know. Let's just check the lights again since we can change the intensity. Let's have a look. Let's do this one. Alright, okay. Alright. Choose your name. Choose your name. Name. Havana Itchy Bits. Check availability. Havana Itchy Bits. Woo. There we go. Havana Itchy Bits. Finalize. Okay. I don't know. Entering game as a Havana Itchy Bits. Not to be confused with Ivan Itchy Dick. Yes, I know. Unpredictable. Alright, and that's the last we'll ever see of her. She should be in here. Oh, there she is. Havana Itchy Bits. Right, so what do we got? We got local chat, which is, there are 12 people currently in the system that we're in. The current solar system. Oh. How are we going? No drop frames. Oh, that's alright, that's good. Okay, corporation, we're in a rookie corp, I guess, or the default corp. Rookie help. This is where you go if you've got questions as a rookie you want to ask. We are in, what is that? I don't know how you pronounce half of these. Semi? I've got a semi for you. Currently around the moon 3. This is Aura. I know this is our little AI that helps us in the game. Seem to be missing a lot of things here. We have daily logins, bonus skill points. Ooh. Day 2. What happened to day 1? I didn't claim day 1. I never claimed. Damn it. Claim 2. Alright, I don't know. What did we just get? Starter gifts, cerebral. This boost will speed up your character skill training for 48 hours. Oh, that's good. Oh, it sounds like Sue's home. 13 days of Eve. Day 1. Claim. No, I'm not even going to use these. Daily starter gifts. What about day 1? I didn't claim anything. Okay, whatever. I mean, day 3. I mean, I just started today, so I don't even know how we're up to day 3. But anyway. Okay, so that's that. So let's have a look at Aura and see what Aura has to say. Captain, I realise this is your first flight, but I'm receiving a distress signal in your vicinity. It appears to be a Concord research vessel under attack from Seeker drones. The distress broadcast says they have data vital to fighting the Seeker threat. We should investigate this, Captain. Okay, great. Vessel has been destroyed, but we may still be able to recover data then. First, let's try finding the wreck in space. To do this, hold down the left mouse button and move your mouse around to rotate the camera. Here we go with all the... What was that? Why was there screening? Okay, wreck location confirmed. We should try to collect any available data from it. Just left click the wreck to select it. Okay. Try to get as close to the wreck as possible. Okay. Approach was that button. 14 kilometers. I know that we could kick in the afterburner if we wanted. That would get us closer. Come on. Kick in the afterburner. Gives you that little boost. Right, I can't remember how to. Okay, data transfer. I've detected an incoming hostile ship. We know we are here. We need to execute combat moves. Fire. What we've got? Just a small civilian Gatling pulse laser. Should continue firing as long as your weapon is active. Oh, it's going to go down. It went down. Did it leave anything behind? Circadian Seeker wreck. Oh, it was a sleeper. I don't know if you can loot those. Oh, metal scraps. Loot all. We'll take the metal scrap. No? Not gonna let me get it? Ah, there we go. I've got it now. Alright. Find a station of the owner, right click it and select dock. Okay. Docking at the station.
Warp drive active.
What's this down here? Notification feed. Okay, no notifications. And what have we got over here? We have unclaimed items. Interstellar credits, 10,000. Defense ship module. Must be located in the station. Well, we're about to dock, so we can.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright. So now we can just redeem those selected items. Now, one thing that they have got rid of. Yes. One thing they have got rid of is captain quarters, which was something that they introduced about 10 years ago. It was step one to their proposed walking in stations that never happened. The whole idea was that you were going to be able to leave your ship and go into the space station where there would be activities that you could do with other players. You could walk around, and so that whole character creation thing that we just did, you would have been able to see yourself walking around in stations. It was something that they were going to do when I was playing the game, and they introduced the first step to that, which was captain's quarters, which allowed you to leave the ship. If I was to click leave ship now, it would be something completely different, but it would allow you to leave the ship and go into your captain's quarters where you could see yourself and you could walk around, and there were certain things in there you could do, but the door to the actual space station itself was always locked. But for some reason the people at the time said, who were playing the game, kicked up a big fuss saying this isn't something we want. It was definitely something I wanted, and so they trashed it. They just ended up not following through with it, and it never happened, which is such a shame because I would have loved it. I would have been, loved to be able to just walk around with people and play card games and things like that with core members, but they never followed through with it, and it's something that they trashed, and I don't think they're ever intending to revisit it. But it's a shame. It's not a bad looking ship, that really, is it? Very, very royal looking. I'm not sure why that gun's still spinning on top there. Anyway, welcome to your home station. You will be safe here. I've submitted the data we recovered to Concord. They handle all matters related to security. Click the agency icon. Concord have tasked us with further investigations into the data we recovered. Select the tutorial section, press activate to begin the mission. Offered, begin the investigation. I think this is fairly new. I don't remember having any of this when I first started playing, which is part of the reason why I wanted to start as a new character. Long-range scanners have confirmed the presence of seekers at a strange wreckage site. Clearing them so investigators can move in is your mission. Okay. Exit the station to proceed. So, we're just going to go in with this ship, are we? Okay. We dropped 21 frames at some point. Wonder when that happened. That's not a lot. It's less than 1%. Right, you are now in space and will need to travel to the mission location. When you are ready to begin your mission, walk to the mission site. Walk to the investigation site.
Warp drive active.
It used to be that you had to be at least I'm sure it was like 15 kilometers or something silly like not silly, but you had to be at least a certain distance from the station before you could engage your warp drive. I don't know if that's still a thing. Our seekers are here. Our mission is to approach the nearest seeker. How many can we target? Orbit W. Well, you can just click that. Lock, fire, F1. My shield's gone down pretty quick. Ranges on these weapons. It's a long time. Optimal range 3,630. Okay. As lastly, there might be something valuable in their wrecks, so just right click on one of the enemy wrecks in the overview. Check loot. Oh man, how close do you have to be? And Waste wreck. Is that all just metal scraps? Okay. Open the tutorial in your 10,000 fortress in the rocks. Now, with the new data we recovered thanks to your efforts, we have pinpointed and mined out rock formation as the location of a sleeping probe. We want you to take out its perimeter defenses. Ow, shit. Click on the wallet. $25,000. You can use the wallet to check your IS balance and transaction history. Yep. Close the wallet. Mission. Click walk to location. Okay.
Warp drive active.
This ship doesn't have any shield boosters. The first person camera now? Tactical camera. I never really use that. Moon Pro. Solar system. Map. Mini destroyed room. Now I'm going to change that to 3,600 because that's my optimal range. Well, I guess you should be saying Elite Dangerous's voice sounds like her. Ooh. Now we need to destroy the second tower. Just 12 kilometers. Just kicking that. Sort of started shooting a bit early. There we go. Now I need to show this. Yeah, it has. It does have quite a steep learning curve, or it used to anyway. There is actually a lot to this game. A lot of involvement. I mean, there's wormholes you can travel through and go into what you call wormhole space. There's space station building, there's mining, there's the Seeker threatened this system appears to be growing. We should improve your combat capabilities. Yeah, there's base building, space station building. There is a lot to learn. There's planetary exploration and mining. Not that you can land on planets, but you can build refineries and whatnot on the planets to make money. Bounty hunting, asteroid mining, ice mining, ice asteroid mining. There's manufacturing, blueprint manufacturing, blueprint research to develop better quality blueprints. there is a lot of different career paths you can sort of choose to go down. PvE, PvP. PvP is only allowed under certain conditions, so it's not like a free-for-all. I'm in a like security sector 1.0, which basically means that nobody can attack me here unless we're at war. You know, so there's war declarations. They've changed the rules since I last played in regards to how war declarations works. It used to be that you could just pick a corporation and declare war on them, and so that opened you attack to griefing in low sex, in high security, low security, high security space. So you could just be attacked any time if you were involved in a war with another corporation. But they've changed the rules now. You can't declare war on a corporation unless that corporation owns a space station that they've built, or a structure that they have built. If they build a structure, then you can declare war on them. If they haven't done that, then you can't declare war on them. You could still attack them in low security space or null sec space where there's no security whatsoever. And depending on the level of security, I think it's like determines the rules of engagement on what you can do. But it's been a long time, and I really can't remember what those all the different rules were. Okay. Thurman Defender, how you doing? But I mean, yeah, for me, like I said, it's been 8 years since I played this game, and there's a lot I don't remember, and there's a lot that I do remember. But like, I know so I thought I would start with a fresh character just to go through the tutorial to begin with, and then possibly when I think I've remembered as much as I can, I will probably then switch over to my old main character, which I checked his bank balance. He has over 2 billion ISK in there, so he's doing all right. But I just don't remember how to do anything with him. And plus, because he's so advanced, and the new free-to-play system that they've got now, he's a lot of his skills have been restricted until I actually. So you see this Omega time. It's called Omega time now. So if you're free to play, then you're an alpha clone. If you pay the subscription fee on a month-to-month basis, then you become an Omega or Omega clone, which then gives you perks. And anything in gold, you basically need to be an Omega, a pay-to-play player, a subscriber, really. So you're limited on how many skills you can learn, how many skill points you can have. But like I said, if you can earn about 2 billion ISK a month, you can buy what they call Plex here. Hang on.
You're right.
Who's here with you?
Just Jade.
Who yelled at the dogs or yelled at someone when they walked in? Was that you or her?
Jade, because Huey jumped on her and stretched out.
What's this?
Vitamin pills.
Oh, okay.
They're supposed to be good ones.
They're supposed to be good ones. Okay. Thank you.
Dismissed.
Yeah. So, wow, look at these prices. 4 million. 4 million is for one Plex, and it's 500 Plex needed to buy 1 month's game time. So yeah, it's a lot. But I've seen better prices than that. I've seen 3.6 million. It's the lowest I've seen, but anyway. $1.8 billion, yeah. So on my main character, I could actually transfer money to this character and buy a Plex. Actually, my main character, I checked, has got 400 Plex, so it only needs 100 more Plex to buy a month. But I'm not going to invest in it just yet. Not while I'm learning the ropes. It would seem a bit of a waste of money. Anyway, so skill training. So skill training is how you learn your different skills. You know, depending on what career path you want to follow, determines where you want to put your skills. Where, you know, if you're looking for PvP, then obviously you want to look at maximizing weaponry, shit, and defenses for PvP, and then looking at the type of vessels you want to fly. If you want to be a miner, then you want to put your skills into the mining skill path and all sorts. But you know, and training, it takes time in EVE. But the wonderful thing about training in EVE is when you start a skill tree, for example. So say it takes 12 hours to train a skill. It is 12 hours real time, not 12 hours game time. So you can log off, and while you're logged off, you can learn. You're still learning that skill. So next time you log back in, you can have your skill could be finished training. With the alpha clone or the free to play option, you've got a 24-hour limit. So you can set skills to train, and as long as the final skill set you train begins before 24 hours is up, it will continue to train past the 24 hours. So if you've got train level scaled up to 20 hours, and then you can still add another one, and if that's 24 hours long, then it will still train for that full length of that skill. But you can't then add another one after that. So but if you've got the Omega or Omega, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, Omega Man, you can have unlimited apparently, which isn't something that they had when I was playing. You had a 24-hour, it was 24 hours limit when I was playing, so this is something new, that you can go past 24 hours. So you can set your skill training for the next month, and some skills take, you know, if I remember correctly, some skills took up to 45 days to learn. So it's not a short-term investment game. But also I think you get 2 times training speed if you go up to the Omega package as well. Right, skill training is vital for your progression. The skills you choose will prepare you for your path through the stars. Training gunnery skills will improve various aspects of your combat performance. Under the skills tab, click on a category and pick a skill you wish to train. I would recommend the category gunnery and the skill surgical strike. Alright, let's just do what it recommends. I don't remember what surgical strike was. Surgical strike. Knowledge of spaceship structural weaknesses. 3% bonus per skill level to the damage of all weapon turrets. I don't really remember surgical strike. Alright, so you just drag the skill into the training queue to start training. Oh, well, that's one way. You could just click train to level 1. Right. So it's not 5 hours, is it? No, level 1 doesn't take 5 hours. I think level 1 is 1 hour, 6 minutes, 23 seconds. That's a long skill to begin. Usually they're, well, if I remember correctly, like usually level 1 skills are like 12 minutes long or something like that. So that takes 1 hour, minute to learn, and you get skill points as a result. Daily Alpha Inject. Activate a Daily Alpha Inject to gain 50,000 unallocated skill points. These points can then be used to instantly train skills in your... I didn't know that. That's new as well. I will notify when your skill training is complete. Let us continue with the close the character sheet. Okay. That's right, Aurum. I remember that. Aurum is what they had. So if you had Aurum, it all got converted to Plex. Hey, Manny. My operation, well, yeah, it went. Let me show you I'll show you my scar. There you go. I don't know if you can see it on there because it's a bit bright. And but I've got the bloody scar up there. Still healing. I've still got the hole where they put the drain in. That is not healing. That is still giving me problems. It is still open. It is still seeping and. But yeah, recovering is a bitch though. All my stomach muscles are bloody swollen, and when I rub my hand, it's just hard as rock on where my muscles are. So anyway, our mission here is complete. Open the tutorial in the agency and claim your reward. Hey, 15,000 yes. Looks like something from Half-Life. Looked like something from Death Stranding. I'm just glad it was only just past my belly button and didn't go up further. But my belly button is like half the size as it used to be. So yeah. Yeah. Shall I really torch you and give you a better look? I'll give you a better look. I'll stand to the side. So yeah. I've got a divot right there for some reason. Let's put a divot there. And my belly button has shrunk. And it sort of went cut around it. But there you go. I'm doing alright. I do struggle a bit at the moment in regards to, we need to find a place for a webcam. It might actually have to be centre. I don't know where the best place is. Shrink it down a little bit. Keep an eye on it and see where the best place to place the webcam is so we don't. Right. Measuring the threat. The accumulated data and your latest scanner results point to an attempt to build a new sleeper enclave network here in Empire Space. We have located an active preservation enclave. Scout it for us. Okay. I don't know, where is the best place? We'll go down here. I can raise this up a bit. You raise me up. Yeah, you can. Warp to site.
Warp drive active.
We didn't change any weapons though, did we? Oh. It's got a bit of a hard on. I'm doing alright, but it's just a lot, well, it's not a bit painful, it gets quite painful at times, especially at night. What have we got here? Tracker mastery. $5 points. Not sure what that's about. Circadian sleeper. Oh yeah, I remember these. These sleeper bases that you used to find them in wormholes. I don't know if I don't remember them being outside a wormhole space. Oof. Used to be a way to lock onto a target, look at, that's it, yeah. So you can keep an eye on it. Oh, so. Smaller and more agile enemy ship detector will be harder to hit with our weapons. It's using missiles. So basically what I've done there is I've set my default orbit to around 3,600, which is the optimal range for the gun I've got. Anything else? What about these wrecks? Anything in them? Look at. Loot all. Is this stack them all? Can you still stack? Stack all. Yeah, there we go. Right. Opening tutorial to claim your reward. No, it's probably more like when I try to have my wicked way with Sue and my body rejects me. Because it's really like if my belly's touching Sue's skin and her heat of her body is touching my scar, it becomes really uncomfortable and hot and prickly and everything. So it's, I hate it. Right, using your afternoon, a spatial rift has been detected by us again. Investigate its origin and return back to us. Warp to location.
Warp drive active.
So use the middle mouse button. So if anybody's interested in maybe playing this and joining me, by all means. I mean, like I said, it is a free-to-play model at the moment, and I very much would like to maybe get a corporation up and running once I've refamiliarised myself with it. Secret Peacekeeper. Used to be able to just double click and it would lock target. You can't lock target. Maybe it's because it's too far away. Afterburner. Click on afterburner to increase velocity. You're in Northern Ireland. What are you doing in Northern Ireland, Manny? Why do they have better range than me? Because they're using missiles, which means they have usually a lower fire rate than me. Fire rate. closer. Come on, man, get close before it kills us. Because he's out of range. There's no way I'm gonna... My weapon is not gonna... I have no shield booster. There we go, finally got... Keeps pulling away from me, so I forget orbiting in. I'm just gonna have to approach him. He's fast. God damn. Start hitting him. There we go, getting some hits on him. Oh, there we go, he's dead. Blue ore. Snack ore. Right click and select dock. Okay. Right click, dock.
Warp drive active.
Visiting. Eve Echoes. Hey Jess, how you doing? Yeah, it's been 8 years for me, so it's coming back to me. So the central bit there is your capacitor.
Docking request accepted.
So it's the amount of power that your ship has, and that determines the modules that you can basically use, or the number of modules that you can have active at the same time. And if your capacitor recharge rate is lower than your capacitor usage, then you run out of power. So you got to, that's something else you got to keep an eye on when fitting a ship. Open it, yeah, and claim your reward. Claim rewards. Is this chat channels? No, that's right. Activate. Use the fitting window to equip new weapons. There we go. Right. Open the fitting window, but you could use to right click on a ship and simulate fit. That's different, that's new. Okay, but anyway. Fitting. So you've got high slots, which is 2, medium slots, and low slots. There's also rigging, but I don't think you can rig this ship. So rigging allows you to sort of slightly modify things a little bit, but so these currently, I have a power grid of 31.2, and these two modules together use 24.2 out of the 31.2 that I have. And then you've got CP usage as well. This all gets a bit complicated. Right, you have just received some new weapons. In order to fit them onto your ship, you need to first remove your old weapons. So that turns it off. So you can unfit a weapon. Alright, open up your inventory to find your new weapons. Heights of anger. Track them out. Dual light pulse lasers. Okay. You just click and drag them in there. They actually use less power than the civilian Gatling gun. Optimal range is now 5,198, so I can change that orbit range to around 5,000. The more will need to be loaded with ammunition before they. Oh, I completely forgot about it. Something that the mobile game, which I've played a little bit as well. They've taken away the need of for ammunition in the mobile game, but in the proper game, this one, you need to buy ammunition. Here's some ammo. Really? That's not ammo, is it? What am I supposed to do? Select the highlighted ammo and drag it onto the fitting window. Infrared. Yes. Oh, this is lasers. I'm like, I don't remember ammo looking like that. These are pulse lasers. I never really used pulse lasers. Optimal range 6237. So they do, is it energy? 12 HP energy, 5 HP thermal, if I remember correctly. So different ships are susceptible to different types of ammunition. So weaknesses and strengths, just like any sort of RPG. Drag the extra ammo into your ship's cargo hold. Oops, wrong button. No wonder it didn't drag. Okay. Oh, it's in there now. Upgrades complete. Really? What about these mid slots and the low slots? Choose the fitting window to continue. What? I'll close the fitting window, I should say. So we've got Alright, before I do the next mission, guys, I'm just going to take a quick break. Quick bathroom break, and then I'll be back. did actually drop some frames along the way, so let's just keep an eye on that and see if we can figure out where exactly we're dropping those frames. I don't know if anyone noticed anything at all when we were playing. But anyway, okay. Open the tutorial and claim your reward. What did we get? 10,000 ISK. Okay. What's next? 100,000 ISK. This is an alert situation. We have a report of an attack on the SOE research station by seekers. We think they've been searched for this station all along. Go there and remove the seeker threat. Hey Sulaju, how you doing, mate? Exit the station. So I'm going to check to see if it is when we're docking and undocking, if that's when we're dropping frames. Because generally that's when it loads, uploads and downloads. So let us see. Nope, we didn't drop a frame. It could be just because they came home and started using the internet that we dropped frames, to be honest. Alright, now it's time to put everything you've learned into practice. Travel to the site and eliminate the hostile. Now, I do want to change my... God, will it allow me? How you do it? Let's do this. Set default orbit distance. I want to change that to like 6,100. I think that was the optimal range. Optimal range within 6,200. So yeah, okay. So off we go. What's this? Transmissions.
Active.
Still gonna get a shield booster. What is this here? Safety isn't clicked. What is safety? Oh, right, I see. An auto something or other. Okay. Oh, these are sentry towers. Okay. Used to be able to oof. That was the first sentry tower, I think. Next one is here. Seeker, Luna, approach. .7 kilometers. Cargo rig. Surely there's a way to set fire groups. Mateo! These are pretty easy kills. Is that it? Mission complete. Okay. More metal scraps. Control plus click on top of each other. We can claim the reward while looting these metal scraps. Your career awaits. Is that the last of the tutorials? Bloody hell. Used to be you just double tap somewhere on the screen and you would start moving in that direction. Okay, and many challenges await you. Leave the solar system and choose your own adventure. It's time for you to spread your wings, Captain. There are many profitable career paths available in New Order. To help you get started, you should visit one of the career agents. Go to the Agent Missions tab in the agency, then select the Career Agents card. Career agents will offer you specialist missions in their chosen field once you meet them in person. Select the agent you are most interested in and press set destination. Oh boy, I mean, decisions. These pilots. What to do? Exploration. Industry. Military. Advanced. Which one? I think what I might start is just on the industry, because there are certain things I don't remember how to do. I'm assuming planetary. Use the space rocks. Well, what about planetary stuff? Well, I should start with industry. Guess we'll start with that. Set destination. The distance to the agent is too far for the warp drive on your ship. We will have to use stargates to jump between solar systems. The next stargate in the route to your destination will always appear yellow in the overview. Right click the gate and select jump. Now, if you use autopilot, it always took you within 15 kilometers away from it.
Warp drive active.
Oh. So I'm not sure how it works these days. I guess we'll find out. Oh, it takes you right on top of it if you choose jump. Okay. On arrival. Okay. We are not there yet, only a few more jumps. How many jumps? One more jump. What if we... Alright, yes, see, warp to within... warp to within 0. These warp to within become very important if you're in low security space, because people would put warp bubbles around stargates or near stargates, and they would drag you out of warp to a certain point where you could then be ambushed, and you wouldn't be able to jump straight through the stargate. You'd have to try and, travel to the stargate to jump through, but chances are you could get destroyed before you reached them. But anyway, we don't have to worry about anything like that at the moment. people in the local system. New offer available. What's this? Oh, look at that. Not £2 off. £2.50 off. Get it for £7.49. Look for your career's agent station overview. Right click it and select dock.
Warp drive active.
And we left all those metal scraps. In that other... What's this defensive ship module?
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yeah. Well, we haven't dropped any frames, so... Alright, so these are the agents, these are the people currently docked at the space station, or other players that are currently docked. These are offices, like if you run a corporation, you can rent office space at space stations. That's the way it used to be. And hangars. Alright. Now you should make contact. Begin a conversation with an agent. Double click their portrait in the station agent tab to find them. The agency and press conversation. Which one was it? I said industry, didn't I? So, was it him? Who was it? Jaiken Jippin. It's business career path. He's not the one I chose, is he? I chose this guy. And there's Summer Stop. Start conversation. Right. Okay, what have we got? Making mountains of molehills, 1 of 10. War never stops, and we need to stoke it with raw materials. I want you to go mine some Velspar ore for me. I've uploaded a location mark your people and places databank. Use it to find the asteroid field. Remember to fit a mining module to your ship before you go. And keep in mind that you might have to make more than one trip before you report back to me. To make it clear, I want you to mine the ore only at the location I've uploaded for you. I won't accept the ore mined elsewhere. Okay. Oh, mining. You're giving me one miner? Well, it's quite a bit of this though, for a starter. Within 6 hours. How much does it want me to mine? 1,000. And that takes up 100 cubic meters. And my my ship. Let's have a look. Oh, holds 115 cubic meters. So we might be able to do it in one go. Oh, how did you get the conversation back up. Where did it go? I knew as soon as I pressed minimize I was going to like struggle to find it again. Okay, just have to click on it. Right. Oh. We've got lag. Why we got lag? Wow, that's a bit weird. We're getting lag going on here. Ooh. Why are you lagging? See if we can fix it. Overloading my system. I shouldn't be overloading. I mean, it's been going really well. Why is all of a sudden is it causing issues in game? Come on. It's when I'm lagged out on me. Could be because this room has gotten so bloody hot because the heating's on. Oh, come on. I may have to restart it. It has, for some reason, it has definitely crashed out. I can't even get the window back up. Alright, okay. Yeah, it's having issues. Sorry about that. We can relaunch it and hope that's fine. This is why I generally don't like doing PC gaming, because I could do with a second PC for to run the streaming software on. There we go. Okay.
Connecting.
As you see we've still got 18 minutes left on that surgical strike training. Okay. Agents and missions, career agents. Actually, he's got a portrait this time. Yes, really doesn't like this. There's something going on very wrong here. It was working fine until I brought up the conversation. And now it's crashed again. It's not even using much CPU or memory, so I don't know why it's crashing. Sorry about this, guys. Let's close down the client as well, the launcher client. Close that down. Something's using a 25% CPU. What the hell is running? Using all of that CPU usage. 100% disk. Why is that? Windows problem reporting. Windows problem reporting. In that task. End task. What the hell's going on with Chrome? Let's try it again. You think it's Eve still downloading stuff in game? Nah, not sure. I mean, I didn't just install it today, so we certainly haven't dropped any frames, so let's try it one more time. If this doesn't work, I may have to call it a day and actually do a restart. Yeah, it doesn't like it. There's like a flickering going on when I launch the game. And we're all right up to this point.
Connecting.
Close this. Let's just undock, redock.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yep, it's as soon as I start the conversation, it has a fit. That is a little bit of a game bug or something definitely going on there. So it was alright up until I clicked start conversation, and yeah, no, it's up to date because it has a launcher. To get into the game you have to do it, launch an Eve launcher first, and then it checks for patches and updates, and it downloads any patch that's available and installs it. But yeah, there's an option in the launcher to download full game. I'll look into that. How big is that? This is very strange. But normally if I'm downloading I start dropping frames on my OBS, and that's just not happening. Let's have a look at Task Manager again. Power usage very high. CPU usage 29%, memory about 70%. Ethernet, there is not much being utilised that much. There is nothing here saying that there is anything abnormal going on. So to me it's just probably a fault with the game. Alright, I'll have to end the stream there, sorry guys, and I'll have to do a restart, and I'll go back in off stream and see if that fixes it. I'm hoping it's just not a bug. I'll look into the settings and see if I can download the full game. But it's very strange that it just happens on that. But so I apologise for that. If I can get back a little bit later today, I'll come back and we'll continue it. But for now, there's probably not much point me continuing if it's not going to work. I can't even get the game window up. I know the game window's there because I can see it on the stream, but I can't actually get it up on my screen in front of me. So anyway, alright, so I do apologise. Hopefully we'll get back later on. Maybe it's just a bug, and if I do a reset it will sort itself out. Oh, that's different. Still not, yeah, the conversation's still not coming up. Anyway, alright, but hopefully I'll catch you all a little bit later on. Thanks for sticking with me, and don't forget to hit that like button for me if you enjoyed this, and give me some sort of indication that you'd like me to continue. Just need to click that accept button and see if that will solve it. Let's just wait and see. It's popped up now. For click accept, will it go off? Come on. Okay, I think it's clicked accept. But the window's still open. Oh, you've fallen over. Nothing's changed. No, I'm gonna have to go, guys. Sorry about this. Alright, hopefully I'll catch you in a bit. Till then, have a good one. And we'll catch you later.